The materials you're going to need for this project is going to be a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll. Make sure they're clean, dry, they don't have any stains, tissue paper on them, but I have a toilet paper roll and a paper towel roll. You're also going to need some tacky glue or school glue, some acrylic paint. We also have magic marker or a pencil, ruler, some scissors for cutting. I'm using string here, and some scrap cardboard might come in handy or as a palette, brush, paintbrush, water, and paper towel. So I'm going to get started by flattening out the toilet paper roll. This is about 4 inches. So I'm going to use inch cuts for each of the pieces. So we're going to flatten out the toilet paper roll just so it's easy to make the markings. You can do it by one side and the other this way to get nice and flat and even. And mark 1 inch for each. So there's going to be 3 cuts total. And if you're using a pencil, that's fine. I just happen to have a marker handy, but a pencil would be fine also. Make sure you cut completely straight through. And this will give our initial leaf shape for the toilet paper roll and the paper towel roll, which we're going to do next. You can play around with the different designs and the shapes to see what vines or leaves you might want to cut. And sometimes you might have to trim a piece to make it a little bit more even. After cutting all the leaf shapes off 1 inch in same size, I'm making little arrangements just to give examples of how they can be used to make flowers also. That might be for another project, but for this project we're just going to stick with making leaf vines, and I'm using string. We're part of the project where we're going to start painting. We're going to need a cup, something to mix the paint with, because I'm using blue and yellow paint to make green. If you have just a green paint, that's fine, but I want to have at least 2 to 3 colors of different types of green. So I'm going to make my own different types of greens with the paint I have. Now for the next step, I'm going to start blending in more yellow and then more blue to make different shades of green to use with my leaf. Alright, everything's been dried out now, and we're going to start gluing it together. Like I said, if you don't have the tacky glue, you can use the school glue. It might take longer to dry, or even if you're really handy and skillful and will not hurt yourself, you can always try a hot glue gun. Last case is using tape, but it won't work with the string too well. I prefer using glue for this project, and it only took like maybe 10-15 minutes to really fully dry. Make sure you're putting in enough glue that each piece will stick together between the string also. You don't want to oversaturate it, you don't want the glue oozing out on both sides, and make sure the glue that you're using is going to dry clear. I use enough that the tacky glue is sticking together on its own when I firmly press it together and leave it sit for a few minutes. And there you have it. There's your leaf decor on a vine, string, whatever you want to call it. You can use different colors other than the green. I did some red accents too because red is a complement to the green. You could try fall colors as well. Have fun with the project, guys, and I hope to see you soon.